Mass marketing is dying faster than you think. The old formula was simple: create one message, buy enough reach, and hope it lands with enough people to make the math work. But today, the audience is fragmented, attention is scattered, and generic messaging gets ignored almost instantly. For decades, mass marketing was the default because media was centralized, audiences were easier to group, and brands could still reach millions with one campaign. That world is gone. People now live in different feeds, different communities, different buying journeys, and even different AI generated answer spaces. And that changes everything. Why mass marketing worked? Mass marketing worked when media was scarce and attention was concentrated. If a brand could dominate TV, print, radio, or broad digital channels, it could reach a huge audience with a single creative idea. The problem is that distribution has changed and consumer expectations have changed even faster. Today, people expect relevance. They expect offers, content, and experiences that match their context, preferences, and timing. In 2026, personalization is not a premium feature anymore. For many consumers, it is the baseline expectation. That means the real battle is no longer reach alone. It is relevance at scale. Why it is breaking? The first reason mass marketing is breaking is simple. People tune out generic messages. When every brand sounds the same, the audience stops paying attention. Marketing Dives 2026 Outlook highlights how AI, economic pressure, and channel complexity are forcing marketers to rethink how they win attention and trust. The second reason is fragmentation. Onclusive's 2026 Outlook notes that information ecosystems are splitting across dark social private communities and personalized AI responses, meaning different people now see and trust different sources. So, one broad campaign is no longer entering one shared public square, it is entering dozens of smaller rooms. The third reason is that AI has raised the bar. Brands can now generate more versions more quickly and target more precisely than ever before. That does not automatically make marketing better, but it does make generic marketing look lazy. Micro-segmentation explained. Micro-segmentation is the answer to mass marketing fatigue. Instead of dividing people into broad buckets like age, gender, or geography, you split audiences into small groups based on behavior, intent, life cycle stage, timing, preferences, and purchase signals. For example, instead of saying women aged 25 to 40, a brand might create micro segments like first time visitors who viewed pricing twice, repeat customers who buy during discounts, cart abandoners who came from Instagram, high LTV users who open emails but do not click, customers likely to churn in the next 30 days. That is a completely different marketing model. You are no longer broadcasting a message to a crowd. You are designing a response for a specific moment in a specific customer journey. And that is where performance starts to improve. Microsegmentation supports more precise offers, better lifecycle messaging, stronger conversion, and higher customer lifetime value because the message matches the need. Personalization at scale. The big question is, how do we personalize without making the workload impossible? That is where AI changes the game. In 2026, personalization is moving from static rules to predictive systems. Unifor's 2026 marketing outlook says segmentation is shifting from static lists to real time intelligence, while personalization is becoming predictive rather than reactive. Instead of waiting for a customer to click, brands can anticipate likely intent and trigger the next best action automatically. This matters because consumers are still telling brands loudly that they want relevance. Attentive's 2026 shopper research shows most shoppers want marketing to be more personalized, and many define personalization through preferences they shared, products they viewed, or actions they took recently. So, personalization at scale is not, "Hi Rohit, we know your name." It is showing the right offer on the right channel at the right time with the right tone for the right intent. That is why AI powered content variants, dynamic pages, tailored recommendations, and lifecycle automation are becoming so important. They let a brand behave as if it knows the customer personally, even when serving millions of people. Latest industry signals. The latest industry signals all point in the same direction. Broad, generic marketing is losing ground to precision, communities, and relevance. Kantar's 2026 trends point to micro communities, retail media, synthetic data, and AI native decision making as major forces shaping brand growth. Kantar also says retail media networks are becoming central, with a net 38% of marketers planning to increase RMN investment in 2026, and that RMNs are delivering stronger results than digital ads in some cases. That is important because retail media is inherently a more targeted, intent rich environment than classic mass advertising. Another major signal is the rise of specialist marketing. Marketer Milk's 2026 Trend Roundup argues that specialists are becoming more valuable. SEO blogging is making a comeback for answer engines, and human first media is becoming more important. That tells us brands are shifting away from broad spray and pray tactics and toward depth, utility, and trust. And the American Marketing Association's 2026 Trends report says AI will automate a lot of transactional marketing, while human creativity, cultural fluency, and authentic storytelling become the real differentiators. So, the future is not AI replaces marketing, it is AI handles the scale, humans handle the meaning. What brands should do. If you are a marketer or business owner, this is the practical playbook. Build smaller segments based on behavior, not just demographics. Use first party data to understand intent, frequency, and content affinity. Create modular messaging that can be recombined for different audiences. Automate personalization where it saves time, but keep human review for tone and brand fit. Invest in communities, creators, and niche trust channels, not only broad media buys. The biggest mistake brands make is trying to personalize everything manually. That does not scale. The smarter approach is to define segment logic once, connect it to data, and let systems adapt creative delivery in real time. A simple example: a fitness brand should not send the same email to a new lead, a loyal subscriber, and a lapsed buyer. The new lead needs education. The loyal subscriber needs progression. The lapsed buyer needs a reason to return. That is micro-segmentation in action. Mass marketing is not disappearing because reach stopped mattering. It is disappearing because relevance now matters more than reach alone. The brands that win will not be the ones speaking to everyone. They will be the ones that can speak to someone at scale. So the real future of marketing is not mass marketing. It is mass personalization powered by micro-segmentation, AI, and human insight.